Hello everyone, it is the Fat Boy back again, and we're gonna do a new series called Backmarkers to Champions, where we use a backmarker car and bring them all the way to the World Championship. And we have decided to choose the Williams F1 team. I've already done house in the career mode, so that's why. And we're gonna see the car for the Williams. Let's go. Well, the car looks very good, and we decided to do one shot qualifying to make this video as short as possible. Not unlike the regular Q1, Q2, Q3 sessions they usually see in real life F1. So we do our first hot lap, going down the hairpin into turn 2, going down 5th gear at the exit. We're already down 16th place, down to 17th place, and at the end of the lap, we head down the main straight, and we are now in 16th, if I'm not wrong. Yes, we are 16th. Our teammate Nicholas Latifi is in 18th, so I'm excited for this.
No more testing, no more practice. This is the real deal, and it's make or break here at round 1 of this year's Formula One World Championship. Formula One returns to the desert today on this exceptional 3.36-mile circuit. 15 corners provide plenty of overtaking opportunities. It could be a strategic race, this one, with Sakir notorious for eating up the rear tyres. Watch out for drivers managing their rubber at some points during the Grand Prix. So here we are in 2021 at the start of another Formula One World Championship. It all begins here. Mercedes looking to retain their hold on the title. Red Bull seeking to secure their position as the main contender for that title. Ferrari no doubt hoping for a fresh start following their difficulties last year. And elsewhere on the grid, the prospect of some really exciting battles, including between the newly rebranded Aston Martin and Alpine teams. Lots to discuss then with Anthony Davidson, who's joined me in the commentary box for today's event.
It's good to be back, Crofty. Let's hope for some good racing today. We can't know at this point how competitive these teams are relative to each other, but hopefully nobody is able to run and hide. We want to see these drivers pushing to the limit all the way to the checkered flag.
Before we begin, let's take a quick look at the grid lineup for today's race. Lewis Hamilton lines up on pole position, and Max Verstappen lines up alongside. As we continue through the rest of the grid today, we have Perez, Bottas, Lando Norris and Leclerc, Gasly, Fernando Alonso, Vettel and Lance Stroll, Tsunoda, Ocon, Kimi Raikkonen, the Black Mamba, Ricciardo, they've taken a grid penalty, Giovinazzi, Nicholas Latifi and Carlos Sainz, Mick Schumacher and Nikita Mazepin. And with lights out just moments away, it's time to go down to the track.
Well, hello, I'm back, and we are now just changing our pit strategy a bit, changing the fuel load. I think we've decided to put the fuel load, reduce it by half lap, because I'm sure we can save the fuel in the corners. And we just double check that this is our correct pit strategy, and we're into our debut. Well, not our debut, actually, our first video in this series, as the 5 lights are lit. It's lights out, and away we go. We get quite a good start. We're actually now down to we're actually now P14 because some people got penalties. Ricciardo and Sainz got penalties, so we did quite a good start, and we're going down the hairpin, and there's damage. Stroll and Sebastian Vettel, both Aston Martin drivers, have damage to their front wings, and that's why there's a yellow flag as well.
Some information on Stroll. It looks like the problem is terminal. They're retiring the car. There's been an incident on track, but officials aren't looking to push for a safety car right now. Just be careful.
We need to have a replay at that. Like, as you can see down turn 1, Stroll has already collided with Vettel, if I'm not wrong, and there are pieces of carbon fiber of their front wing, and Lance Stroll is already retiring from the race, as you can see from the top of the screen. Vettel, meanwhile, with front wing damage, he I don't know how he's doing, but I think that was Stroll's fault. He tried to squeeze, I think he tried to squeeze the car, but it just didn't work lah, because we're playing on simulation standard damage, and thanks to Vettel with his front wing damage, he's going to be much slower in corners, so he is holding up everyone. He's forming a train behind him, so at least we have some breathing room to work with.
It looks like we might have an issue. Hang in there, we're attempting to manage it.
Okay, things are not going well as planned. Already in our driver career mode, we already DNF from the race because of a component failure. It was too dangerous, so we had to retire. So hopefully it won't be the case for today's race in our debut.
We can confirm that it's an issue with our engine. The issue seems to be fixed, but we will keep monitoring it our end.
Oh, now I know what's the problem. If you look at the bottom right, you can see that the fuel mix is on lean. And it's supposed to be on standard. You can't change it to lean mixture unless you're under the safety car or virtual safety car. But we're not, so the problem seems to be with the fuel mixture. So it isn't that much of a problem. So, but we are gonna lose time in the corners and on the exit. So Sonoda Miwa is gonna catch up to us, and we're now heading into the pits for our one and only pit stop. Our front left tire on this stint is quite worn, so we have to go to the pits. Everyone is going to the medium stint at the moment, so we're now heading into our pit box. Let's see what the pit crew does. We get a 2.4 second pit stop, and it's actually quite decent. That's actually quite quick, unlike the Haas pit stop in Imola, where they were taking their own sweet time. If you want to know what happened, just check out the video in one of my playlists. Heading down the hairpin, we go a bit wide. We almost lose the back end, and now we are into lap 10 now. And we're now side by side with Ricardo, and we pushed him wide. We pushed him wide into turn 10. Look at us going past. What kind of dirty tricks are we doing? Oh, now Ricardo just has to wait for everyone to pass so that he can continue racing, and is now down to P17. Now the green flag is out, and Sainz has already overtaken us down the inside line. We try to, I guess, try to do something about it, but we can't, just cause yeah, this car, we can't turn as good as the Ferrari, so the only way we can overtake him is through the DRS straight down the main straight. Heading down the final corner of turn 14, exiting the corner of 4th gear. We are well within 1 second, so we're gonna get DRS. And Sainz, on the other hand, is on the hard compound, and you don't need that, you just need the medium. So I don't know what the team was thinking about. So we are in 9th place now, heading down into the next lap at the same corner. Sergio Perez is actually out, if you look on the top left, because that's where his name is. He's now going down the ranks, and we're now up to 8th place. That's already 4 points for us. Now heading down the final corner, Lewis Hamilton takes a checkered flag for Mercedes, but people care about Williams because we got 4 points for the team.
That's the end of the race. We'll see you in Parc Fermé.
That's it for another Grand Prix and a fantastic win for Mercedes. Anthony Davidson, what helped them deliver this result, do you think?
Well, this was a real team victory. They put together a solid strategy today that appeared well suited to the conditions out on track. The driver did everything that was expected of them in the moment to really execute the team's plan to perfection. A shining example of how F1 really is a team sport.
So after a magnificent race, we can now see the drivers making their way to the podium. Once again, it's the Silver Arrows who take top spot, a well-earned victory for Mercedes.
After a hard day's work, we are now up to 8th place. Our teammate meanwhile is in 13th place, so that's good. And in the constructors, we bring our team to 7th place, so this is a very good start. Now heading into the next race. All I want to say is if you made it to the end of this video, I'll just say thank you so much, and be sure to hit that big subscribe button. Be sure to leave a like and turn on notifications in order not to miss more uploads on tomorrow on Saturday. We're gonna do 2 uploads on my team career mode. And thanks for watching. And this is the Fat Boy over and out. Yeah, you can go already. Bye bye. Bye bye. Bye bye.